let's learn something more about acids. And what we are going to learn? We've learned so many acids, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. But now one thing we have to learn which is most important, and that is, what do all acids have common in them? Let's understand. All acids contains hydrogen ion. Don't you think it is the most common thing in all acids? Yes. How to prove that? Now what are we going to do is, we are going to take water in a big container and we are going to introduce few molecules of hydrochloric acid. Now the moment we add few molecules of HCl in water, as we have already learned before, it is going to dissociate into H plus and Cl minus. And that is how the most common thing in all acid is the release of hydrogen gas. So we say HCl dissociate into H plus and Cl minus. So we write here, separation of HCl into H plus and Cl minus ions is only possible in presence of water. And this process is called as ionization. So HCl splits into H plus and Cl minus only because of water is called as ionization. We are going to study something more about this, that this H plus are not stable. They react with water and form H3O plus. Now this H3O plus is called as hydronium ion. Remember, they are very, very, very important. Hydronium ion. Now this happens because HCl is unstable. So H plus from HCl is unstable and immediately react with water to form H3O plus, which is called as hydronium ion. So we are going to confirm the presence of hydronium ion by performing small activity. What is that? So here we are going to study acid do not show acidic behavior in absence of water. How? Let's understand. For that, before we do and go ahead with the practical, let's understand something very, very important, that in absence of water, a substance will not form hydrogen ions and hence will not show its acidic behavior. We are proving this sentence by performing a small experiment. What is that and what we need to do that? Initially, we take 0.5 gram of copper chloride salt in this test tube. And we are going to add few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid. The gas immediately evolved. We are going to test it with the dry and the wet litmus paper. So we take a test tube, we take concentrated sulfuric acid, we plug it, very, very important, and that is what is called as a one-hole rubber cork and the bent tube. The moment we add something else in it, and that is copper chloride, immediately these two are going to react together. What is the reaction? When copper chloride reacts with sulfuric acid, which is concentrated, we will see the product formation. There is a release and the formation of copper sulfate and hydrogen gas, that is HCl. And to balance the reaction, we put here 2. Because it is a gas, it can't be in the test tube. It will have to travel. So it is going to form and it is going to travel like this. And this gas, we are going to test it with something. And this gas is HCl, which we are going to test it initially with the dry litmus paper, that is blue in color. And we see here there is absolutely no color change. We have learned that acid changes blue litmus into red. But you see here there is no color change. Now what are we going to do is, because there is no color change, something else we have to do it. What? Let's understand. So what we are going to do is, we are going to just put the water on top of it. So we take a litmus paper and we moist it with the water. Now what happens due to water? Separation of HCl will take place because we have learned it is possible only in water into H plus and Cl minus. And this process is called as ionization. Now these hydrogen ions, we have learned before that they are not stable. They can't exist alone. So they always combines with water to form H3O plus, which is called as hydronium ion. So hydronium ion is formed and this hydronium ion is responsible for changing the color of blue litmus into red. So because of hydronium ion, blue litmus paper changes to red. So we confirm that the gas which comes out is none other than HCl, which is acidic in nature. But initially it showed no color change with the help of dry litmus paper. So we say that the water is very, very essential to form hydrogen ion for ionization. Let's learn something more about acid. What are the uses of acid in the next module?